it's gonna make her unhappy. Cause ain't gonna be no, I'm not getting no public defender.
Why are you laughing? You think it's a bluff?
You feel me? I don't want to do that.
This man said, I'm not going to court because it's gonna make her unhappy. Guess who's in court now? Allegations of a lot of things. Also a chipped tooth and a baby caught in the middle. RJ, again, another baby caught in the middle.
What we see a lot of times is that these things happen when a baby was just born, or there are very young kids. But hey, this is a sad thing. It's a sad thing to see. We always say here that it's sad to see a family break up. That's the first thing, especially if there's a child involved. But it helps if the parents can collaborate with one another. And guys, remember to rate the show by pressing the like button, follow us on our socials, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for our up and coming newsletters where we will share with you more stories that simply cannot make the shows because either YouTube doesn't really approve of them or we just don't have enough time. But to get back to what I was saying, it's sad to see it, and I think that both parents are at fault. Both parents are. I know what you think, and I know what you're about to say, most likely. So I know you. I think I know you a bit by now, but I think they're both
No, my bit.
at fault to a certain extent. But yeah, go ahead.
Let's rewind a little bit. Halle and DDG broke up a couple of years ago after, well, a couple of years, 2 years already. After they gave birth, Halle gave birth to her son Halo Saint. By 2024, the relationship ended, and now, after already in the beginning of this year, earlier, a couple of months ago, we discussed the situation where DDG actually said that he's not seeing his kid as much as he wants to. That he's basically being alienated as a parent. He also said the following: fair use during a stream.
I want to is because it's going to get extremely messy and it don't have to happen.
By the way, this is about going to court, of course.
And it's going to get to a point where, nigga, it ain't no way. Appreciate that $5 gifted, Cardi. But it ain't going to go how I think is in like her best interest to not want to go to court either, when we can just have a clear understanding. All right, cool. Like, I want to pick my son up, take him to dinner. If you really want him, I'll bring him right back. It's not a problem. We go to court, the judge gonna give me some time. And when I got the time, the nigga, I'm gonna do whatever I want with my son. When y'all see me streaming with girls and shit, y'all never see my son around, do you? I would never do that. Ever. My content has nothing to do with me being a father. I purposely separate him from any of that. Y'all would never see any, like, I don't give a fuck if I'm dating a girl. You're not meeting my son. That's just how I am. That's disrespectful. I would never let that happen. So I always separate him from that. But I don't want to go to court because it's going to make her unhappy. Cause ain't gonna be no, I'm not getting no public defender.
Why are you laughing? You think it's a bluff?
You feel me? I don't want to do that.
This man said, I'm not going to court because it's gonna make her unhappy. Guess who's in court now?
So are you saying it was a bluff?
Who? Bluff by who? By DDG?
By DDG.
It wasn't a bluff. He truly believed that she wouldn't want to go to court.
Yeah.
He believed in the good of her.
Right. And you don't.
Well, I believe people say I look at things from a pessimistic point of view.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to say I'm a realist.
I like to say you're incorrect, but okay.
Well, for someone who's incorrect, I think a lot of people would wish to be as incorrect as I am in life.
Yeah.
So why I'm laughing is this, RJ. He wanted to work it out as two adults. The problem is she showed already in the early phases that she wasn't gonna work it out the way he would want to. We talked about it last time. Parental alienation, a tool that is used usually by A lot of times the mom. And I think a lot of times people misunderstand. I don't think it's a bad thing that she does. We got to just understand what happens with a woman when they get a kid. It's the unconditional love. It's the first time they get something that's unconditionally loving them. And they want to cherish that. That means that anything that comes between them and the kid might take a L, might have to take a L. In this case, it's DDG. So he wanted to work it out, which I understand. This was a good thing, but she already showed him in the early phases that this was going to happen. I'm going to show you a couple of things that she's accusing him of. So this is what she's accusing him of.
Let me read it. Halle Bailey accuses DDG of physical abuse, breaking into her home, sending her a photo from her bed to imply cheating, verbally abusing her, destroying her Ring camera, throwing her phone out of his car, inciting fans against her during live streams, creating a threatening environment around their son. Okay, KaiR. Yeah.
Wait. I'm gonna continue. The second part.
There's a second part because okay. Halle Bailey is seeking sole custody. So this is from Fear.
Yeah, Fearbug.
Fearbug.
But this is a summary, a good summary of what is.
Yeah, okay. Halle Bailey is seeking sole custody of her son Halo after she was granted a restraining order. She wants DDG's visits to be monitored and for Halo to remain in LA County. She claims DDG has not been consistently involved in Halo's life. The court filing accuses DDG of escalating behavior and verbal abuse. Halle is asking the court to limit DDG's parental rights to protect their child.
Within part of that, of course, no unsupervised visits, weekly supervised visitations with professional agency, a child abduction prevention order, no travel without her consent, no passport access for DDG, and a restraining order to stay 100 plus yards away from her. The first one, RJ, that first part, she claims DDG has not been consistently involved in Halo's life. It was a setup from the start.
Yeah.
Parental alienation. How do well, you're a lawyer. You know this by now, RJ.
Yeah, but so I'm a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer in the state.
The concept.
Okay.
This is the concept I'm gonna.
Yeah, but parental alienation is when you disregard your child and us.
No.
So
Parental alienation is when you're disregarding the other parent from having access to the kid. That's parental alienation.
who's accusing who of parental alienation?
No, she is alienating him as a parent in this situation. She has been doing that.
Yes, but my question is who is accusing whom of parental
No one is.
alienation?
I'm accusing her of parental
You're
alienating
doing
him.
it. Okay. So I didn't see it on the list. Well, KaiR.
No, it's not on the list. I'm saying that she's alienating him as a parent. She has been doing that, and now she's saying he's not
Yes.
consistently involved in his life.
But if you go to the points, because I wanted to just react to the first picture you showed, the first post.
The first
you showed.
one. Oh, going back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back. Give me a sec.
Okay, so the whole point is, KaiR, you're asking something as a parent, right? In order to protect your child, because that's why you want all the custody, etc. Because you got your restraining order. Now, the first one, it's abuse, physical. I mean, if she has pictures or proof, breaking into her home, sending her a photo from her bed to imply cheating. That one is like that's a consequence. That's a conclusion, but I don't know if that's what the picture actually, if that was actually the purpose.
I do agree with you on that. It's a conclusion. Breaking
Verbally
into home is a gray area as well. But
verbally abusing her. Is that when you're what's that? When you're shouting at someone, when you're yelling at someone, who knows what it is? Destroying her Ring camera and throwing her phone out of his car. That's like destruction of property. Inciting fans against her during live streams. I don't see anything relating to the child.
oh, this is the for the restraining order which she got. So she got it.
Okay, but she's trying to say that DDG is not a good parent.
It's RJ. It's a chess game.
Well,
first. So if you look at usually how this goes, first is the restraining order, and then it's the second part, which is trying to get full custody of the kid. It's the same playbook every time.
the same pattern all the time.
It's the same pattern. And you know me by now. I'm pretty good at recognizing patterns.
Yeah.
It's a shame. I think it's a shame, but she set him up lovely. The setup. So physical abuse, I do agree with you. It's if she has pictures, well, we know that pictures don't prove everything, because we know what's her name again? Amber Heard had pictures. And we know how that ended.
Yeah, but I mean, if you show the last point again, it does mention the child.
Yeah, creating a threatening environment around their son. You know what a threatening environment can be, RJ?
Listen to hip-hop music.
Whatever you perceive as threatening. Let's say if you are streaming as a streamer, and she just said in the line before that, inciting his fans during streams against her. That's threatening towards her. If she has a child with her, what does that make that situation?
Yeah.
Threatening environment for the kid as well.
Yeah.
So, it's a stretch, but hey.
And if you go to the second post you showed.
There you go.
Yeah. So I was actually reacting to this point, right? The seeking sole custody.
Yeah.
And so that's what I was talking about when I said that she's trying to portray DDG as a bad father. But the first one and the second one don't have anything to do with each other. So in my opinion, or at least very little. So she claims DDG has not been consistently involved in Halo's life, but DDG did go online and also had released a song, I believe, where he said, I want to see my son. Hey man, that's also preparing for a court case.
Wow.
Because if the mother of your child is not cooperating, it's not letting you see the kid. She's not cooperating.
What you should do.
She's not cooperating and letting you see the kid.
What you should do.
You have to take her to court. That's what you need.
That's my point the whole time.
Yeah.
When she's alienating you, you should. You know what happened here, RJ? This is the thing that happened here. She's going now with him into court. He's behind. He's behind the 8 ball right now. Now he has to prove that he's not a bad dad. And guess what? If you look at the amount of time he's been with the kid, so actual time, they're not gonna look at whether she's alienating him or not. They're gonna see how much time is he actually spending with the kid. And what can you conclude? Well, the first point, he's not been consistently in his life. Even though I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm looking pure at the facts right now. It's correct. He hasn't been consistently in his life. Whether it's because of her alienating him as a parent, sometimes you gotta move first, man. He thought, again, I think it's very honorable of him to try to solve this as adults. But she already showed him early on that this is not what her plan was. And I think it's a shame that someone like him, who's a well-known streamer who has millions, has such bad people around him giving him advice about this stuff.